And
Right.
for someone doing what it is you're doing and you standing your ground and especially the content you post where you talk about modesty, I'm assuming that comes with a lot of backlash. How do you navigate the social media backlash?
Oh, that's such a good question. And actually, like every interview I've done, people always ask me because hate is something that you can't avoid. It'll always be there. Just like hard times. If you grew up thinking you'd never go through hard times, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Because that's like one of the most obnoxious ways to think. You're always going to go through hard things no matter what. If not, how are you going to grow? And so I think it's actually an insult when I don't go through hard things because I'm like, it's an insult to me. I'm like, I'm going to stay like this forever. No, I want to grow. I want to reach my greatest potential. So it's so funny because people, hate hurts them a lot. But for me, oh, it drives me. I'm like, yes, because if you're not a threat, you can't change the world. And like, it makes you totally sound like a villain, low key, but like, I love it. I love the hate because it just goes to show that the greater the hate, the greater the good there is. And so my parents have raised me that way. I mean, in American Idol is 16 years old. The hate started from there. Like I have had so many comments since the age of a 16-year-old and I'm almost 23 now. It's been a long time. And it wasn't easy at first, obviously, because I didn't know any better. But again, I have that relationship with the Lord that in the end, I don't live to impress the created. I live to impress the creator. So at the end of the day, you can give as much hate as you want. You can say anything you want about me, but it's the person that I go to for my accountability is the Lord, and that's all that matters. At the end of the day, he's the one I talk to. When I wake up in the morning and every night before I go to bed, he's the one that is accountable. He knows my intentions and he knows my life. Like I don't let the haters affect me because they have no idea who I am. Even though I post so much on social media, you really don't know who I am. You don't. And so I'm like, why would I be offended? Because you don't know what I've been through, you don't know what kind of life I've lived. So why would your words affect me? It's almost like you're just kicking against a brick wall. You don't even know who you're talking to. So that's why I kind of find it hilarious.
Yeah.
I'll answer the hate comments sometimes because they make me laugh. Like they're hilarious, but I let people hate because honestly, that's what my dad and mom have always said. If you're not a threat, you're not doing enough. And so I'm like, you know what? I got to do more then.
I love it. It is so true though. Oftentimes when you especially go against the norm, you suddenly you become a target, unfortunately. And it's
No
just
way. That's not unfortunate. That's a blessing. It's a
yeah,
blessing from God. All about perspective, right?
yeah, it's all about perspective. I love it. I love your energy, your personality. I love your
Thank you.
your charisma. It's incredible. When I'm really really curious as well. When I'm for someone who is on social media and for someone who is becoming who it is you are, and especially in the music industry, is do you think that drives fear to your parents? Because you're the baby, you're the little girl. I wouldn't necessarily say fear, but does it drive concern?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, at the beginning of my career, yes, because I was 16 and just thrown onto global stages and offered so much. I do remember just that little shaky feeling my parents got. But I do remember that my dad told me one day, he's like, look, a parent can worry all they want, but in the end, I am just your caretaker. Like you are God's daughter. So you're his. So in the end, he's the one that's going to take care of you, and I have to trust him to take the reins on that. So yeah, it was really hard for my parents at first, especially my mom. Like my mom loves so hard. Like she loves her babies so much. And so I love my mom for that. She's just so cute. She's so beautiful. One of my biggest role models. But yeah, like it's when we do stuff like this that really requires us to, I guess, put us on the front lines in a way and just really opening up ourselves to get such strong backlash or to become like to receive those threats and it can be dangerous. But I just remember my dad saying that. He said, at the end of the day, I am your father, but I'm only a caretaker of the ones who's actually your father. He's like, you are God's daughter at the end of the day. You're his. So he's got your back. And so with that mindset, like every time I do a concert, every time I travel, every time I release a new song, every time I post on social media, my parents, they always remind me of that. And I always remind them too, because it can be hard. Like you said, you go against the norm. You're going against the norm, you're going against the grain every day. It's almost like everybody's walking this path and you're the one that chose this. And so it can get scary. It's a lonely, lonely road, but it's so worth it, because that road, even though it starts alone first, you'll have a couple come, and then a little bit more and a little bit more, and then it just keeps growing. And then pretty soon they're going against the grain too.
Yeah.
So my parents have always supported me in it, even though it's been scary in the beginning, but not really anymore, because they know why I'm doing it.